technology could eliminate up to 60 human diseases, including cancer.
Those of us who understand what his technology was and what it could accomplish recognize him as one of the greatest medical geniuses ever.
So why was his brilliant work and accomplishments in frequency healing widely suppressed?
It's a tragedy because he potentially could have saved millions of lives with this technology.
In the early 1900s, at Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore, Maryland, Royal Raymond Rife studied microbiology, electronics, and optics with remarkable dedication. And by all accounts, Rife left the university determined to find a way to cure all disease, especially cancer.
He was very excited about his time at Johns Hopkins because it stimulated his interest in bacteriology research, but he noted that they really didn't have the best equipment, which is why he went to Zeiss over in Germany, because they were known as having the best microscopic materials available at the time.
Zeiss Optics was a world leader in producing high-quality optical instruments, including microscopes. And while Roy continued his studies at nearby Heidelberg University, he spent most of his time deeply engaged in optical technology and microscope design.
In Germany, he was very distinguished in terms of a young student who was very capable. And he was mentored by the founder, Carl Zeiss, of the Zeiss Company. Everyone who met him and talked to him thought he was the most genius they'd ever met. And not just a theoretical genius, but he had hands-on experience. He could build just about anything.
Rife would go on to say in his early letters that during his time at Zeiss, he was able to see elements that he was not able to see before, but he was still dissatisfied with what he was seeing. The magnification, the resolution was just not high enough.
It became obvious to Rife that a better means of scrutinizing bacteria and viruses would be indispensable to achieve his goal. For that reason, Roy relocates back to the United States, determined to get a sharper and more detailed view of microorganisms.
Eventually, Rife decided to live in San Diego, California, and that is when he began working as a chauffeur for a man named Timken. In speaking with his boss, Timken noted how brilliant Rife was, and when Rife told him that he believed he could build a more powerful microscope that didn't exist anywhere in the world, Timken set up a laboratory for Royal Rife at a value of $1 million. Rife had all kinds of equipment, everything that he needed to build his own parts for his concept of a super microscope.
With all the latest gear, Roy soon reveals a remarkable ability to push the boundaries of optical technology. So it was no surprise in the early 1930s that newspapers across America carried astonishing reports that Royal Raymond Rife invented the world's most powerful microscope.
Rife's original microscope, built in San Diego, was reported as the world's most powerful microscope, which was termed the Universal, and later the Smithsonian Institute would say in their opening paragraph about Rife's Universal, he is transcending and breaking all of the laws of optics.
Not only did the universal microscope revolutionize the field of optics, but it also allowed Roy to make a startling discovery.
The biggest difference is that Rife believed he could see living things with his microscope. He could see the viruses. Rife's development of the microscope was completely unprecedented. There was nothing like it at the time at all.
Rife was so brilliant in his designs. His microscope surpassed all known laws of optics by heterodyning light, which allowed him to visualize microorganisms and viruses that were normally invisible. He achieved this by combining an invisible UV beam with another beam, creating a new resultant oscillation.
Fortuitously, it was also around this time that Royal Rife caught the attention of Dr. Milbank Johnson, a physician in Pasadena, California.
Milbank Johnson was a professor of physiology and chief surgeon at the Southern California Edison Company. He finally gets a chance to meet Royal Rife, and here is a letter from 1931 written by Milbank Johnson of Rife. In the name of the other three gentlemen and myself, I want to thank you for the most courteous reception. I want to say to you that we all spent one of the most instructive and interesting afternoons of our lives in your laboratory. So we have records of Rife from this letter giving a demonstration of his super powerful microscope at California Institute of Technology, where the individual scientists there were able to see his microscope. Now, Milbank Johnson was so excited about that experience that he calls up his good friend, Lyle Potter of the Spencer Lens Company. He writes, November 27, 1931. We recently heard about a demonstration that you made at the California Institute of Technology. The demonstration, it certainly has them all agog. Agog is an old term meaning blown away, overwhelmed.
Rife also received researchers and doctors at his San Diego lab who gratefully acknowledged their hands-on engagement with his innovative microscope.
From the University of California, from Dr. Carl Myers. I am still dreaming about the many things you were kind enough to show me last Saturday. As soon as